for hating. Get on board, it's a chosen generation. Jordans on my feet, Bible in my hand. I come as I am, I'm not bounded by man. I'ma have my fun, don't need you to let me. I get out of line, my spirit gon' check me. All things work together for the good. Just keep God first and do it as he would.
We remember the worshipers who came before, those worship songs that took us to the throne. We have come into this house and gathered in his name to worship you, our Lord, and give you the praise. This Stevens know how to worship. This Stevens acknowledge his name. This Stevens aren't selfish. We understand that he gets the prize. This Stevens go through trials, tribulations, and adversity. But this Stevens prevail and triumph. The love is Stevens' pride. This Stevens know how to worship. This Stevens acknowledge his name. This Stevens aren't selfish. We understand that he gets the prize. This Stevens go through trials, tribulations, and adversity. But this Stevens prevail and triumph. The love is Stevens' pride.
Toss it up, come on, Divas, walk with me. Toss it up, come on, Divas, worship with me. Toss it up, come on, Divas, worship with me. Now, Miss Divas, pray. Miss Divas, worship. Miss Divas, love. Miss Divas, have passion. Miss Divas are anointed. Miss Divas, give them praise. Miss Divas, give them praise. Miss Divas, give them praise. Now, Miss Divas, pray.
Hey there, hey! I'm Kiana Cox-Jones, writer and director of Isolate, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in to watch this episode. You have a few more minutes, so share, like, tell everyone about it, go get your popcorn, get comfortable, get seated, and get ready. I'm so excited for you to see this next episode. You are behind the scenes watching what we do best, drinking our tea, so get some tea if you have some, but get ready for Isolate in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hate is a virus.
She died by suicide.
We are essential workers who feel guilty that we
You know, I'm a
can't do
biracial
more.
man that's living in a world where I'm feared, my daughter's shamed.
Follow the threads, the threads, the threads. Follow the threads that hold us close. The threads, the threads, the threads, the threads we know the most. The threads, the threads, the threads, the threads that become the fabric of our lives. Those threads, yes, those threads, those red blood threads, those threads. It's quite astonishing, the little threads in our lives that are used to tell our stories. They are the threads that weave our ancestors' stories with ours. The threads that make us more similar than different. These threads carry our pain, joy, history, ugly truth, scary past, unpredictable future, and our current pandemic. When sewn together, they create one big quilt that becomes the fabric of our lives. These are those threads, threads, threads.
He said we can't have fun, and we to be bougie. Can't break a sweat or chip a nail. 'Cause we're going to worship. I'm going hard and I refuse to fail. Oh man, how did I not see you called?
Hi, patients. I hope this message finds you well. This is Dr. Grace returning your call. I'm sorry I missed you. Please let me know if this Thursday at 7 a.m. is okay. Just please stay safe. Take some breaks from the screen. And since I know you so well, take a break from writing, okay? Give yourself a break. Put down the pen. Put away the laptop for just one day. In the meantime, give me a call, okay? Call me or text me to confirm Thursday's appointment. Have a good day.
Tasha, I'm so sorry. Please forgive my tardiness.
Dr. Patience, it's just turned, what, 3 or 4? You're a good girl. I'm just here on my break, just typing away my feelings, I guess, reflecting.
That sounds good. So you're a writer, huh?
Yeah, you know.
No, well, do you want to share?
Sure, why not?
Okay, good.
Let me just maneuver this thing. Okay. Oh my God, I've never read my stuff out loud before. Okay. Sitting in isolation, feel like I'm losing my mind.
Tasha, you're breaking up. Tasha, turn your video off and then turn your video back on. And let me see if that helps. You were breaking up. Tasha. Okay. Give her a call back. Oh, here she is. Okay.
Hey. Sorry, you can hear me now?
Yeah, that's 100% better. You totally went out. Where are you now? Are you in a private place that it's okay to talk?
I'm in the stairway. I'm in the stairwell at my job.
Okay.
It probably was because of my car.
Okay, no, this is better. But the whole thing you were reading cut out. You want to take it from the top you were reading? Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Sitting in isolation, feeling like I'm losing my mind. Living in isolation, feeling like I'm running out of time. Too many people with unresolved symptoms, peace, grief, and many of us nurses and doctors become the unexpected family member invited to the funeral because we witnessed their last breath and was there to offer support when they got results from the test. We held hands of loved ones quarantined alone in a hospital room, calling for their daughters, son, spouse, not understanding much about this thing that is taking their life one breath at a time. We are essential workers who feel guilty that we can't do more, frustrated that there's so many more coming through the doors every day, every hour, overwhelmed by a law that keeps changing, and anxious about when this will be over, and not much like superheroes, but we all know every superhero has kryptonite, and I guess this virus is ours.
Wow. That was
sorry, I got work on it some more.
No, that was beautifully written. And I did not know you were a writer.
I mean, growing up, I've always wanted to be a writer, Nikki Giovanni and Zora Neale Hurston. I love those ladies. I was accepted into Howard University with a full scholarship.
Wow.
And then I found out I got pregnant, and that dream died.
Yeah. Tasha, you are revealing a lot about yourself today. What's going on?
Yeah, I guess I'm just, revisiting my past after taking some time off after what happened 2 weeks ago, and just being home with my kids all the time, just have me digging in my past and the past of others, just trying to do some sort of examination, you know? What do you think, doctor? Is it even worth examining?
Everything is worth examining. The question is, how will you cope with what you find?
What do I feel? David, I think you should investigate your feelings about the things you recently found out about your daughter. So let me ask you this question. What's your mood for today, David?
Last week, Doc, I was angry. But today I'm confused but informed.
Okay. Confused and informed. Let's investigate informed. Tell me more.
Well, Doc, you know, I recently found out that my daughter had several miscarriages before the one that I actually found out about. And apparently, she has an issue with infertility. Now, as bad as this sounds, I didn't even know what that honestly was until I Googled it. And honestly, Doc, I'm still trying to understand it.
Okay, you're honest. Let me help fill in the blanks where I can. The cause of infertility can be anywhere from certain levels of hormones for either the woman or the man, and difficulty in a woman ovulating. So essentially, infertility is a condition of the reproductive system. And when you struggle with infertility, you are unable to conceive. So that's essentially, your daughter was having some issues conceiving, and there may have been several issues of what they were that was causing it. But a lot of times people don't understand that infertility is a disease, and many women struggle with thinking that there's something wrong with them. And so they feel shamed. And there are people out here who are cruel, who shame women. And it's unfortunate that these women live in silence and feel like they are not able to do what their body should naturally be able to do. So they feel shame for that when they are essentially battling a disease. And because of that shame, sometimes they don't talk up about it. And recently there's been just a huge movement of support around women, specifically women of color, who are dealing with infertility. And if your daughter felt that shame, that could be one of the reasons why she didn't tell you. I'm not sure.
No, it was the reason. According to her no good husband, he says that there was a lot that I didn't know about her because she kept secrets from me. And evidently, I was too overprotective.
Overprotective. What does it mean to be overprotective? How do we protect our children and not overdo it in a society like this?
Carrie, why do you think your dad was overprotective?
Because I was sheltered. He didn't want me to see the world the way that it really was. He wanted me to see the world that him and my mom painted.
And how did they paint it?
Butterflies, rainbows, sprinkles, peace, unity, and a whole lot of privilege. Dr. P, you always give me these homework assignments, and it makes me dig deep.
You do not have to go any further if you don't want to.
No, I'm ready. I talked to God about it, and now is the time to interrogate my past so it stops interrupting my future. I grew up sheltered from the truth of the world. Early on in my mom's marriage to my dad, she had infertility, and they tried and they tried and they tried, and she couldn't have children. And so she felt so ashamed and she felt so embarrassed. And to help her get through it, my dad said that they would adopt. And so my mom did what no one else in the neighborhood has ever done but before us. And so they adopted this beautiful, beautiful baby boy and brought him home and gave him the world. And I think it was the day of his 12th birthday, she got sick. And in the hospital, she found out that she was pregnant with me.
Wow. Wow. So, Carrie, you are a miracle.
I mean, I'd like to think that both me and my brother David are miracles. Growing up, I knew we looked different, but it wasn't until high school that people started asking me questions. Why does your brother look different than you? Is he a charity case?
Okay.
I was so stupid. I traded in my amazingly dope, big, protective brother for the validity, for the validation of my friends. I feel so stupid.
Let me ask you a question, just so that I'm correct. Is your brother David of a different race?
Yeah, he's Black.
Got it. So that's what you meant by that your parents did something that other people in your neighborhood hadn't done, that as white parents, they adopted a Black child. That must have been hard for your mom and hard for you to transition.
Hard for David.
Extremely hard for David to have to try to fit into a world that doesn't look like him. But he was surrounded by so much love from your mother and your father, and you too. It's a lot to process.
Just so much happened. David got his high school sweetheart pregnant, and her dad flipped. I mean, Dr. Pete, it was wild. It was scary. Her dad flipped. And after David graduated to high school, he just realized home wasn't home for him.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't home. And the town that we lived in was not progressive. I mean, just call it like it is. It was racist. It is racist. Mm-hmm. So David left, and he took his girlfriend, and they moved, and they had a beautiful baby girl. And I just attended a virtual funeral of my niece.
Get it out. Get it out. Grief hurts. Get it out. This niece is David's daughter, and I'm going to assume that she's an adult now. How does she die, Carrie?
She died by suicide.
Breathe, Carrie. Breathe. Breathe.
Breathe. Breathe. Breathe. It's time to do the work. It's time to unpack and do the work and dig deeper and find out more and get to the core of why we feel the way we feel. Breathe and dig deeper.
Breathe, David. David, it is not easy unpacking your past.
You know, especially when we have to face our past during a pandemic and while mourning. Doc, you know, I'm a biracial man is living in a world where I'm feared, my daughter's shamed and scared and abused. And it's true. I grew up privileged. Yes, but this virus doesn't care about money. Okay? It is bringing the worst out of people. Doc, hate is a virus.
Hate is a virus.
It's a virus.
Hate is a virus.
Hate
David.
is a virus.
It is. Breathe, David. I believe that this virus can bring out the best in people if we recognize that we are all in pain and we are all hurting. No one person's hurt is more extreme than others, and no one person's hurt is less than others. Hurt is hurt.
The threads begin to get longer and longer, connecting in places that we never thought. Everyone is hurting, everyone is in pain, and the threads are connecting us more and more. What will we find next? Who will be connected more? Follow the threads, follow the threads, follow the threads.
After you got pregnant, you decided to stay home and become a nurse? Why?
I guess my father wouldn't let me live in another city with my son, so he said he'll buy me a house if I stayed home and did some kind of trade or program at a local community college. You know, I was always fascinated with medicine and helping people, so I decided to be a nurse. Besides, I ain't have that energy or patience to be in nobody's school to be no doctor for all them years. So I just decided to be a superhero praying nurse. And then the pandemic happened, and then they happened.
Tasha, they, what do you mean by they? Who is they?
The lady in the red dress and this young pregnant woman who died from suicide. I was on shift when they both came into the hospital. You know, Dr. Patience, I was the last person they saw, the last face they saw, you know? And I guess I'm that unexpected extended family member. I just feel like I've been contemplating reaching out to their loved ones to give them some kind of closure, you know? Just still contemplating, but I can lose my job over this. But just keeping their secret, my secret, it's unbearable, man. It's unbearable. I don't know. I don't know.
Tasha, this is gonna sound weird. I hope not, but
Did I tell you I even like I even wrote their name on like a sticky note? Is that weird? Like just to pray for them, you know?
So you have their names, or like whose name is written on the sticky note?
My patients, like I've just, even though they passed, I've just been praying for them, or just ask God what I should do about their family. Am I thinking too much on it?
But do you have their name on the sticky note, or do you have their family members' name on the sticky? You have their family names that you want to reach out to. Do you mind if I see that sticky note?
That's literally right here on my laptop too. Turn this thing around. You see, I'm just praying for God to give me direction.
Leonard Daly, David Stephens.
And there it is. A thread with split ends. I guess we are not as isolated as we thought we were.
Hi, I'm Kiana Cox-Jones, writer and director of Isolate. I want you to know that if you or someone you know is struggling with mental and emotional health, please reach out for help. Please reach out to one of the numbers listed at the bottom of the screen so that you know that there is help. I know that you feel alone, but you're not. God promises to never leave us nor forsake us, and I know that's easier said than done. But please know that throughout the filming of this web series, there were people who were strategically praying for you. We didn't know your name or where you would be watching from, but we knew that you would be watching. And we were praying for your peace of mind and praying for your resources that you would find help. So please, don't struggle alone. Thank you.